first thing that I'm doing is prepping the eyes for the shadow that's to come. I'm using this Catrice base, and because it's quite creamy, I'm going to use my fingers to blend out the product. The warmth of my fingers will just help the base melt into the skin. I mentioned that while I was in Amsterdam, I visited KIKO and picked up some products there, so today I'm using a couple of those products. I'm starting with this gorgeous eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking the lightest shade in the kit, applying it all over the lid and up to the brow bone just to set the base in place. Today I'm rounding the eyeshadow, which I don't do often because I think it's a harder shape to achieve. I elongate my shadows, and when doing this you're blending out to a point and you only need to worry about softening the shadow in the crease. When rounding the eye you need to blend not only the crease out seamlessly but the outer third of the eye as well. Now I'm going in with this shade here and I'm using that as my transitional colour. I'm placing the brush down on the outer third of the eye, and with circular motions I'm blending inwards across the crease. And I'm going to repeat this step a couple of times until I'm happy with the colour payoff. Then I'm going to take a clean blending brush and I'm going to buff around the edges of that shadow we just applied to make sure that the edges are nicely diffused. Then I'm taking the lighter of the two shades brown and applying this to the lid. I'm taking a very small amount of shadow on my brush at a time and then applying it to the lid. It'll obviously take longer doing it this way, but it will ensure that you don't get fallout onto your cheeks. If you overload your brush with product, only some of it will transfer onto the lid and the rest will fall down onto your cheeks, and if you've already got your foundation on, then that's a bit of a problem. Next I'm taking a fluffy blending brush with no product on it and I'm placing it on the edge of that brown. I want to make sure the brown fades into the transitional colour, so I'm using circular motions to fade the edges. To add depth to this look, I'm taking the darkest brown in the palette and applying it to the eyes. I'm focusing the colour on the outer third of the eye and then blending what's left on my brush across the crease. I wanted to deepen the outer portion of the eye a bit further, so to do so I'm taking a little bit of this black eyeshadow from KIKO and I'm using a pencil brush because I want to be quite precise with my application. I'm drawing a C shape just on the outer portion of the eye, and it doesn't matter how harsh it looks because a blending brush will sort that out, and I just find this is the easiest way of adding a bit of depth without going overboard, as that can happen quite easily when you're working with black shadow. Start small and build your way up, so you can repeat this step as many times as you like to get the level of depth that you like. I'm then roughly running the black eyeshadow along the upper lash line for two reasons. One, it'll conceal the lash band of the false lashes I'm about to apply, and two, it just adds to the whole smoky effect. Once I'm happy with how the shadows look on the lid, I'm moving on to the lower lash line and I'm applying the shadows in the same order, working my way from light to dark. To finish off the look, I'm applying a black eyeliner to both the top and bottom waterline, and then I'm adding some mascara to my top and bottom lashes, and then that's it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and found it helpful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, comment and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in my next video.